What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are discussing whether or not it's worth it to buy a 20-year-old Mitsubishi Evolution in 2023 or not. With the car being 20 years old, I always keep it hooked up to a trickle charger. It's also on a small battery, like a motorcycle battery. Hopefully the car doesn't give me too much trouble starting up. It has been like a week since I've driven it, maybe a little bit over a week since I've driven it. And with it being on E85, sometimes these startups can take a little bit. Started up pretty quickly that time. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Finally got some nice weather here in Maryland. It's actually a little bit warmer right now, but the leaves are starting to change, so it makes for really good scenery. Yeah guys, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more Evo content coming. I know this weekend I'm going to take this car to Hagerstown Cars and Coffee. My buddy Nick is going to ride with me. He's never been in an Evo before, so I'm going to be sure to get his reaction when we go. So that should be pretty cool. But yeah, I've just been really enjoying the weather. Now that I'm all moved in, I have a lot more time to do car stuff and film for you guys, so I'm super excited about that. I don't think I mentioned this in the last video I did of the car, but I switched to a weighted shift knob. I used to have this one on the car, and just by switching this to the weighted shift knob, this feels so much better. Like, shifting almost feels like notchier in a way, if that makes sense, and I've really been enjoying it. Well guys, we are back in the garage. Both of the spots I wanted to film at, there were construction going on and they were just too busy, so I decided to just come back to the garage and I'll film in here. With that said, let's just get right into it. And do I believe buying a 20-year-old Mitsubishi Evolution is worth it? You know, buying one in 2023 or 2024? With 100% certainty, I can say it is worth it. That is because nothing else that I've driven kind of makes you feel the way that this car makes you feel. All around just rawness. And that's something that I had been looking for. And a lot of you guys will know that I came from a Mark V Supra. I also had a Civic Type R. Even those cars don't come close to making you feel how this car makes you feel. The Supra, it was an awesome car, but after a while, it kind of didn't feel special. It felt like you were just driving any two-door luxury, you know, BMW or just luxury car. It didn't feel any different than, you know, like an M340 on the inside. And it just, you could be going fast in that car and it would feel like you're going slow, basically. Then I got the FK8 Type R, and that car was a little bit better. You know, it had the manual, it had the, you know, the red bucket seats, and it was amazing at handling, but it did lack power. Even though you can put some power into those cars, I didn't feel like spending the money on a front-wheel drive platform. So I had been looking at Evos. I had been looking at Evos before I even got the Type R. I'm glad that I waited until this one popped up. This one checked all the boxes off that I was kind of looking for. It met my criteria. And yeah, it's just, this car is just an absolute beast. It's cliche to say, but they don't make cars like this anymore. It's just bare bones, want to go fast, handles back roads like insanely well. But yeah, just bare bones. You got your Momo steering wheel, your Recaro seats, and your 5-speed manual transmission. In the middle there, it has some RPMs in the middle, and then your speed over to the left. So it's just so driver focused. It feels so good when you're driving it. I highly recommend it. If you guys are in the market for one, I cannot recommend it enough. If you can find one that is clean, it's got some work done to it, don't be afraid to buy a higher mileage Evo. As long as you talk to the previous owner, you get some documentation of what's done to the motor. Frequently was maintenance done as far as oil changes, spark plugs. I wouldn't be afraid of getting a higher mileage one, depending on what owner I'm buying it from. Sometimes you can find the cleanest stock car and it's still going to give you a ton of problems, even more so than a fully built motor like my car. I've owned it for 10 months. I got this car from California, had it shipped all the way to Maryland, and partially because I didn't want something that had rust on it. So being a Southern California car, I wasn't dealing with a whole lot of rust. There's still some minor things that I want to do to the car. If you watched my previous video, I kind of went over all of that. Can't recommend the Evo enough. Definitely, I wouldn't recommend it actually if it's your daily driver. Definitely don't recommend it because the way gas prices are, these things drink gas, probably getting like 15, 20 miles per gallon. If you have a dependable daily driver, I'd say get one of these. They don't make them anymore. You're not going to be able to find a new car like this where it's just bare bones manual transmission. Prices are just going to keep going up on these, honestly. So if you find a good one, check it out. These cars also have matching VINs on all the body panels. So all the body panels, like the doors, the front door, the fenders, they all have VINs printed on them. And maybe I can show you. So they all have these like tags with the VIN on it. A way to tell that maybe a car has been in a wreck, if you check out a car that doesn't have matching VINs on like the fenders or the doors and everything. Just something to keep an eye out. But yeah, guys, if you can find one for a good price, don't hesitate picking one up. Treat it with care. It'll last you a long time. If you guys like these videos, subscribe to the channel. I know this weekend, me and my buddy Nick are going to the Hagerstown Cars and Coffee. He's never been in an Evo before, so definitely going to get his reaction to the car. We'll be riding with, I think we're meeting up with Ryan. He's got the black RX-7, and Dean with the Mark IV Supra. So I'll see you guys in the next video.